Anambra Governor Soludo restates commitment towards sports development. Nigeria, Canada to deepen bilateral relations. Factory fire kills over 30 persons in China. Before the news in details, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Now, Governor Chukwuma Soludo says his administration is, among other things, interested in sports development and will place the same on the international map. Governor Soludo stated this at Dr. Alex Ekweme Square in Awka while receiving the Torch of Unity for the 2022 National Sports Festival holding in Asaba Delta State on the 28th of this month. A Government House correspondent, Emmanuel Okonkwo, filed the report.
The governor, represented by his deputy, Dr. Onyekachuhu Ibezim, while receiving the torch, expressed happiness that the state will participate in the tournament and promised that the government will give the team all the necessary support. He asked the team to make Anambra State proud in the competition and show the world that the state remains the light of the nation.
We pledge our full commitment, our full support to the cause of this game. Mr. Governor takes sports as serious as it is because the youth developing it, the economy gains, we get busy. And from there, we can also export sports.
Earlier, the Director, National Sports and Parasports Commission, Mrs. Amaka Ashiokun, after handing over the torch to the governor, thanked the state government for the warm reception, adding that the national event will go a long way in contributing to improved peace and unity of the Nigerian nation.
We thank you so much for making out this time. You created time to be here for us. We are very grateful. I thank you so much because you understand the reason why we're here. Because Torch coming to Anambra is to show acceptance. And the athletes, I encourage you to come and win the laurels, come and win the gold, so that next time they will have that enthusiasm and have that encouragement to send you out again.
On his part, the chairman Anambra State Sports Development Commission, Mr. Patrick Onyedum, and the chairman Anambra State Football Association, Chief Chikeluo Ilanyansi, disclosed that the Anambra State team is ready to make the state proud in all the 20 games they will participate in during the tournament, including football, athletics, volleyball, wrestling, handball, among others. Anambra State female category of the state sports team will represent this in the national sports competition.
The member representing Awka North constituency in Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable John Nwokoye, has distributed empowerment tools worth millions of naira to his constituents to enable them attain self-reliance. The occasion, which took place at Udoka Primary School Field, Achala, was also used by the lawmaker to render account of his stewardship to his constituency. House of Assembly correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim was there and our reports.
Distributed by the legislator were Toyota Camry vehicles, motorcycles, sewing machines, generating sets, freezers, rice processing machines, cooking gas, chemical spray machines for insecticides, among others. Addressing the gathering, Honorable Nwokoye emphasized that the gesture was in fulfillment of his campaign promises aimed at creating employments and improving on the standard of living of his constituents. The lawmaker urged the beneficiaries of his empowerment scheme to use them for the purpose they were meant, adding that he will continue to empower his constituents till he leaves office.
Who so we ga go e test na ntebute go naka. Obu so we ga ta. So employment time na even na dey ba. Bunde na ba. You must chie ni ya. Ayo na yo. Nde to ma ho bulibu, nde kwade mu bulibu. Onye na lutu tata. O lutu echi. Asina maka lo lutu kita. Leta la afu kalia. Kedi ba tele ju lutu gi, me ya de afu. Nendidi. O lutu gi, o to se lutu ndi oso. Yes sir.
In his remarks, the Speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, observed that the people of Awka North constituency made the right choice in Honorable Nwokoye as he is meeting their needs, and appreciated Governor Chukwuma Soludo for releasing constituency project funds to members of Anambra State House of Assembly, which enabled them to execute gigantic projects for their constituents.
Even though you're going to go empowerment. Empowerment is a movement and a major say, Nde Kwadolu Madu, Kalu, Nakwadu Nakwadai. Onyaka on a John Wokoye, Jueko Kondoka, North Tata. Where soon Bia, Konyonu, info or account of his stewardship, na House of Assembly Nizigaya. I am quite impressed. As a matter of fact, on a Kowa Feri no Nakawa, Mandini no Yolo, Maiveni no. Theater. Now, Obuswamuni on a House of Assembly. But I go with a Buja, only work with all motor. That's not propagated in here, could you never? Because not only get in a house will not be able to do these things, which is nothing but the truth.
In their various speeches, some of the beneficiaries drawn from the 10 communities that make up Awka North constituency, Mrs. Uju Nneli, Mr. Jude Nwokolo, and Mrs. Victoria Udago thanked the lawmaker for his benevolence, stressing that the empowerment tools will enable them to fend for their families. From Achala, Chukwuemeka Modelem, ABS News.
To prod workers for increased productivity, the new chairman of Anambra State Local Government Service Commission, Barrister Ifeanyi Ezaka, on the 17th November 2022, commenced familiarization visits to local government areas in the state. Other board members of the commission, including Member 1, Honorable Azubike Okoye, Member 2, Mr. Uchenna Okafor, Member 3, Professor Mrs. Ngozi Ewim, Member 4, Honorable Barrister Mrs. Antonia Tabansi Okoye, and Secretary of the Commission, Barrister Stan Nwata, were part of the visit to Awka South Local Government Headquarters, Amobia, and Dunukofia Local Government Headquarters, Ukbo. Joseph Ebocha completes the story.
During the visit, Barrister Ezaka, who explained that the workers are needed and that the Commission is ready to work with them to achieve the objectives of Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration for the overall benefit of Ndi Anambra, said with the workers' cooperation in making the system more productive, Governor Soludo will in return be more concerned in their welfare. He decried truancy and absenteeism among local government workers, saying that henceforth the Commission will introduce reward and punitive measures to ensure that workers put in more efforts in achieving maximum productivity. Barrister Ezaka further announced that some revenue windows will be returned to the workers with emphasis on prudence, reminding that workers who are paid for doing nothing have social debt to pay to the society.
Palliative work is ongoing on the Ukwoji axis of Government House, Awka area. The intervention work is being carried out by the Anambra State Road Maintenance Agency, AMA. Works correspondent Ngozi Obileri monitored progress of work and now reports.
Men of Anambra State Road Maintenance Agency AMA were seen scraping the old quota on the failed portions of the road and carted them away. Materials for reconstruction of the road were seen on one side of the road. AMA is also working on the failed drainage along Ukwake Street. Speaking to the ABS, The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of AMA, Engineer Obin Nandoka, said, in line with Governor Soludo's directives that all roads in Anambra must be motorable before Christmas, they are working on various failed roads across the state to ensure that Anambra enjoy a hitch-free Yuletide. He regretted that receptacle being filled with dirt along the road is an obstacle for them as they cannot fix the portion where it was situated.
We're capturing the entire street, and after here we're moving up towards Ukwaki Street. We've already started the drainage works there because there are a lot of field drains there. So what we're trying to do is to reconstruct the drains, and thereafter we'll carry out palliative works on the road itself. So right now we've cut the field sections, and we are scarifying to remove the unsuitable materials before we introduce fresh materials and make good our work.
Some residents of the area, Mrs. Uche Okoye and Mr. Kenechukwu Onyeka, said the intervention will stop unnecessary traffic on the road and aid development.
Hey, ihe omela amaka omela ofuma
alụcha anya nwa ka ọ balụ onye ọbụla na-agafe ebe alụcha anya taa ulu anyị hold up adịdebe pothole because anyị na-eji maka pothole so ma na-enwe accident.
In Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
On the national scene, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and Canadian Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland have agreed on the need for deepening bilateral relations between Nigeria and Canada with a focus on improving trade, strengthening ongoing educational collaboration, continuing dialogue on the global energy transition issues and climate change. According to Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Office of the Vice President, Laolu Akonde, this was the highlight of the meeting between both leaders in Ottawa, the capital of the North American country, on the global net zero emission targets and energy transition. Osinbajo reaffirmed the view that gas ought to be adopted as a transition fuel, a notion he said garnered traction at the recent COP27 conference in Egypt, even though still widely unacknowledged in the West. Responding, the Canadian Deputy Prime Minister, who wondered whether countries such as Nigeria are already struggling to get financing for gas projects, said, "We will be happy to keep talking with you on that," adding that the use of natural gas makes sense and noting that the dialogue should continue. Osinbajo and Freeland also discussed the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, observing that the market provided opportunities for mutual benefits, not only for African countries but also Canada, which is desirous of contributing to its development and also tapping into the continental market. On the foreign scene, at least 38 people have been killed after a fire broke out in a workshop in Anyang City in central China's Henan province. The fire broke out in a plant belonging to a small privately owned firm in Anyang's high-tech zone, state media said, without elaborating on the company's line of work. Online listings for the company, Kaizindia, said it was a wholesaler dealing in a wide range of industrial goods, including what were described as specialized chemicals. More than 200 rescue workers and 60 firefighters responded to the blaze, and psychological counselors were on the scene for families and the victims, according to a government statement. The 13th biennial Nigeria Police Games tagged Uyo 2022 will feature cricket officially as a scoring game as the game begins on Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022. Police Public Relations Officer, Akwa Ibom State Command, Odiko McDonald, said they are participating in cricket as a game It is one out of the 2 new games introduced into the 13th biennial Nigeria Police Games holding in Uyo. Cricket has recently been recognized as the fastest growing sport in the country. Its inclusion in the police games marks another milestone achievement for the Nigerian Cricket Federation, NCF, headed by Uyi Akpata. The NCF had since dispatched our technical director, Joseph Ishua, to guide organizers in the game's rudimentary success. Meanwhile, the NCF technical director, Ishua, has confirmed that 9 zonal commands have indicated presence in the male category, while 4 commands registered their female cricket teams. The cricket game format will be 6-a-side. And with that sports news, we come to the end of the news. But just remember, you can follow news from follow ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Anambra Governor Soludo has restated commitment towards sport development. Nigeria, Canada to deepen bilateral relations. Factory fire has killed over 30 persons in China. And the special message again, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Mokoye. Good morning and have a great day.